Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Kingstar7 here, back with another video. Before we get into this video, I want to remind you all the other kings and queens out there, and I hope you all having a very blessed day. Before we get into the video, 83.7% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed. It would mean the absolute world to me if you could drop a sub and a like on this video. Here I am back with week number 4 of my weekly series, 6 things we learned. It's a fan reaction to the New York Giants football games. And the first box, I'm not going to waste any time. We did lose 17-9. That was the result, in case anybody missed it. And then they just want to come here and watch my reaction. But I highly doubt that is the case. We did take the loss 17-9 to the Los Angeles Rams. Rams improved to 3-1. And we go to 0-4. And the first box of the episode, it's going to be a red box. It's going to be a red box for Daniel Jones. I mean, the guy's thrown one passing touchdown this whole year. He's thrown one. His offensive line did better for him this game. He still just had some. I mean, the commentators couldn't have said it any better. I mean, his lack of pocket presence, which led to 5-6 sacks. His inability to look off DBs, like he stares down one option, he's going to that option. Like, the commentators were just really they were really just on point with their analysis of Daniel Jones throughout the game. He was able to run very effectively. That was a good thing. But red, because you put up 9 points. 9 points. Like, we're the second lowest scoring team in the NFL. You're going to get a red, man. Like I don't know. Like, bro, like, I don't know with this guy anymore. Like, I want him to be good. You guys might be like, yo, you're overreacting. I'm not saying that I want him gone. I'm done with him. I'm just saying this performance, it was a red. I was thinking yellow until the end. If he did not throw that interception, it would have been yellow. But he just threw that interception, stared down that one receiver. He stepped up in the pocket. There was a clear lane for him to run in, get even closer to the end zone, so you can make plays happen. You still got a timeout. You got like a minute 15 left on the clock. Like, why force that ball in? There was 2 DBs there in that area. Like, why? Like, I don't understand that thought process. And yeah, you see him at the end, you know, he's cursing himself, he's getting mad, right? But like, bro, like, I don't, like, you're supposed to be like this smart guy. Just you were taught how to play quarterback. The same guy that taught Peyton and Eli, the quarterback coach guru. And you know what? You got some traits from Eli and not Peyton. You got that little special. We all know Eli. He was a little special. You know, he made his mistakes. He made plenty of mistakes. I'm pretty sure Eli always threw picks in the red zone. I remember. But I mean, dude, this guy, I'm telling you, the ceiling for him, I think, is Eli Manning. And Eli Manning was a mediocre quarterback his entire career. His best years, borderline top 10. I just don't know what to think about this guy, Daniel Jones, man. I don't know. He gets a red for this game. He made some. Did he even make any good throws? I feel like the one good throw he threw was to Darius Slayton on the run, and then most of his passing yards came from like dumping it down to a running back, them running 10-12 yards. I don't know. It was, like I said, this game really reminded me of the Bears game, where I think a lot of quarterbacks, if you inserted them instead of Daniel Jones against the Bears, the Giants come out on top. I think if you take out Daniel Jones, put in 20 different quarterbacks in this league, I think they're getting the job done, and they're getting the victory against the Los Angeles Rams. I spoke about this one box for a really long time. Let's move on to our next box. Let's be a little bit more positive. The defense, I'm giving them a green box. I mean, the Rams are one of the most high-scoring offenses in the league coming into this game. We outrushed them. We outpassed them. The defense, what you want from your defense, right? This is all you want from your defense. You want your defense to give your team the chance to win the ball game. That's something that Cowboys fans, they want their defense to do that for them. The Cowboys defense getting up 40 points a game, but the New York Giants defense is not that bad. We gave up 17 points. All right, we even gave up 10 points until like the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter when Cooper Kupp, you know, I don't know what Julian Love was thinking. Maybe it was just miscommunication on what coverage they were running. I don't know what he was thinking on that, but I think our defense really did do a good job, and we really didn't give up. We did give up, maybe I think I could remember maybe 2 third and longs that we gave up the completion to. But other than that, I don't think we gave up any. And we also got a turnover in the game. I mean, you ask your defense to get turnovers, ask them keep you in the game. The time of possession was in the Giants' favor in the game. I mean, defense, I was really happy with what I saw. To play that well without Jabril Peppers, O'Shane Ximines got hurt in the game, and Xavier McKinney, to play well like that against that kind of offense, that kind of offensive super brain mind guy that Sean McVay is. That was very, very good performance from the defense. Promising signs moving forward. I was really pleased to give them a green box this episode. Next, I'm going to move on to Austin Johnson. He forced a fumble, and he also had a very big sack. It was 2 minutes left in the first. The Rams were driving, and it was first and goal. He got the sack, pushed them basically. It was way too far. We weren't going to let them score a touchdown 15 yards with 3 drives left in the red zone. So my guy, Austin Johnson, he did really good. I'm going to give him a green box as well. I think he was like the standout player on the defense, if you could say, with the sacks, the good tackling, and the turnover that he forced early on in the game. He gets a green box as well. Moving on to our third box, it goes to the offensive line. They get yellow for this game. I mean, we finally were able to find something in the run game, and I do like how Jason Garrett refuses to give up on this, because how are we going to just rely on a passing game when we have Daniel Jones, who's not the greatest of quarterbacks? We do not have really any offensive weapons. I mean, Darius Slayton, good deep threat. His route running underneath 5 to 10 yards of line of scrimmage is not the greatest. Evan Ingram, I don't know what's going on with him. He's dropping some balls here and there. He's not creating enough separation for a guy that runs he ran like a 4.4. 4.3 at the combine. So the offensive line, I'm going to give them a yell. They did give up those 4 sacks in the first half, and they only gave up 2 in the second. It might have been 1 actually in the second, which, I mean, on that play in the second half, it was near the it was in the red zone. Daniel Jones' last drive of the game. He did have time. He really did have time to pass that ball or just throw it away, but he stared down one guy. That one guy wasn't open, so he tried scrambling out, and he got sacked from behind. So I don't think that was really the offensive line's fault. But overall, I was really happy with the offensive line. We always knew that we were just going to have to wait for the offensive line to develop, and we got to let them gel together as a core group. I like how Nick Gates, he was talking that smack to Aaron Donald. That made me laugh a lot. You guys don't know what Nick Gates is about. Nick Gates, he's a big boy. He can handle Donald. Nah, obviously, I don't know who won the fight, but I like that intensity and that flair and that fire that was lit up in Nick Gates. Overall, offensive line, I was pleased with your performance. Box is going to Kyler Fackrell. He did indeed get a sack in this game, as well as getting multiple tackle for losses. It seemed like he was always getting pressure on the quarterback when he was in the ball game. I really liked what I saw from him. Him and Blake Martinez, the 2 Green Bay Packer boys that came over this offseason, this game, I think, combined together was their best games of the season so far. Lastly, our 6th box is going to be a green one for Devonta Freeman. The way he was running the rock this game, I really liked it. He had a lot of energy. His nimbleness to evade the blockers that got in the backfield when he got the ball was very good. His pass catching ability was on full display, and his catch after the run was also there. Every time he caught it, it seemed like he picked up like at least 7 yards, 7 to 15 yards. He was picking up on his catches. I was very, very impressed with his performance for a guy that didn't have a whole offseason to work out with the team. I mean, I'm sure he was working out on his own, but sometimes, you're not getting that same intensity. You're not getting that same atmosphere of guys, and also just like to be on chemistry with Daniel Jones and the offensive line. It was really good to see him be successful in his second game. This second game, I think it was like his first full game, as like that's like the workload you're gonna see from him. He's gonna get 15 to 20 touches a game, and he really handled himself well. He didn't look gassed at all in the fourth quarter. If anything, we kept feeding him. He kept getting livelier and livelier. together. I really enjoyed watching his performance. I'm sure him and Saquon keeping in touch with each other while the season's going on. Maybe, who knows, we might be able to keep Devonta Freeman. You know, we have Deion Lewis as a third down back guy. We might be able to keep Devonta Freeman as that third down back guy. But overall, great performance from him. Lastly, I will speak my last final words. I'm going to be honest, almost every game this season, especially last game against the 49ers, I was really optimistic. I was like, damn, we might actually win this game. But this week, I really was thinking, especially after that first drive, we went 3 and out real quick. They drove all the way down, scored a touchdown. They took up like 7 minutes of the clock. I was like, oh boy, this is going to be one of those weeks. I really lost hope, but I really like how I feel like the Joe Judge, his attitude and his leadership as a coach is really rubbing off on the guys, and how they just put their heads down and they continue to work. They continue to chip away at their mistakes. I would love to see Daniel Jones do that as well. Overall, Daniel Jones, I know I gave him a red box, but he didn't have any turnovers up until the last play of the game offensively for the Giants. So overall, I was pleased with the performance. Let me just take a look at who is next on the schedule so I can give a score prediction. Giants games. Who's next? Let me see if I can guess it. Isn't it it's the Cowboys. I thought it was the Washington football team. Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. That's going to be tough. That is going to be tough at Jerry World. It's going to be Sunday, 4:25 p.m. I'll make a prediction for that game. I mean, dude, this is it. If Daniel Jones can't put up at least 21 points against this Cowboys team, I'll be officially concerned. If he has like 3 turnovers, we put up 10 points, I'll be close to hitting that panic button on him. It's just like I like to keep my predictions on players realistic, and I think it's realistic to think that his ceiling is Eli Manning. I don't think that's like me like putting him down or anything like that. I'm not saying he's going to be a bust and he's going to be out of the league after this year. He's going to be done for us. Just saying good game manager, potential to be clutch in the time that's needed, and overall just an average quarterback in the NFL. But guys, if you do have any different opinions from me about this week's performance, make sure to comment it down below. If you did enjoy this fan reaction, make sure to drop a like, a comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy, King7, and I'm out.